In this compound, we've been here many times around this compound. And it is very gratifying that we are here today to do this together. And I want to ask all of us, leaders, the clergy, Kenyans, to work together towards a nation that we can all be proud of. And even as we engage in public discourse on matters that are important to the people of Kenya, we must be careful to be factual, lest we become victims of the things we accuse others of doing.
Welcome back to Havana Media. My name is Boniface Awino, and as usual, I'm going to be your host for today. Now, it's a Friday. It's very cold, as I think I told you just the other day that if you are within Nairobi, you can make sure that at least you have got something warm, or because the weather has been changing every now and then. And don't forget when you get out of your house, especially those who are working in offices or maybe those who are working away from home, to carry an umbrella, because you never know whether the weather can change anytime. And it's okay. I just want to talk about something here, but before I do that, please, I want to remind you that if you're meeting for the first time, don't forget to go down there, click the subscribe button. You can also like, share, and drop me a comment and tell me what to think and where you're watching this video from. If you're watching it from within Kenya, you can tell me which part of Kenya are you watching this video from. And if you're outside the country, you can also tell me which country are you watching these videos from, and it shall be okay. Now, jumping to our discussion. Yesterday, just the other day, there is a statement. Just the other day, there is a statement that was made by the Kenyan Catholic church leaders and the clergies concerning the government, where they were saying that this government is government full of lies, and the time has come for the government to say the truth. And of course, we know very well that this government is being led by one and only William Samoei. That is our president, and is the one that has been on the forefront saying things that he cannot do for Kenyans. And people have been questioning that why is it that William Ruto is telling us things that he knows very well that are not possible? Like, why do you come out to tell us things that you yourself knows very well that they cannot work? Now, today, William Samoei Ruto himself decided now to respond back to the clergies and to the fathers, to the bishops, all these clergies. And this is what William Ruto said, that I have a relationship with the Catholic University. Some of my children learned there. I want to ask leaders and clergy to work together towards a nation we can all be proud of, and even as we engage in public discourse. We must be careful to be factual, lest we become victims of the things we accuse others of doing. So William Ruto is saying that these people have been accused him of telling lies. That is what he's trying to say, that these people have accused me of telling lies. But the question is, let me just ask this question. Is it an accusation that William Ruto did not do it, or it is something that happened? Or it is something that is happening? No, if it's something that he has not done, then it is better maybe just tell us that, no, I've not done this. But if it's something that he has done, why defend yourself by saying that it's wrong to accuse others of doing things that they have not done? But in my opinion, I think the clergies were right. And also, there is also something that he's talking about. William Ruto is trying to tell us that, he's trying to tell clergies that Ruto is telling clergies that they're not learned, that they need to go back to school. All this statement William Ruto was saying at Tangaza University. Now, after mentioning Catholic University, of course we know Catholic University is sponsored by the Catholics. So he's also talking about Tangaza University, and this is what he's saying, that Tangaza University is run by Catholic Church. In the Apostles' Creed, we also say we believe in one Catholic Church, even those of us who profess or other faiths. I have been to many churches, and I find that some do not have many qualified clergy. I want to ask Tangaza University also to help train clergy for our churches. Clergies and pastors, you have a missed call from William Ruto. William Ruto is saying that you need to be taught. You need to have qualifications so that you don't talk ill or talk bad about the president and the leadership. That is what the president is saying. If you all remember very well, there was a time that an issue was raised that pastors who have got no knowledge or understanding on theology, and they have churches, all their churches should be shut down so that they go back to school and learn. And he also said that a pastor must have either, I think, was it a degree or a diploma? For those who knows, was it a degree or a diploma that William Ruto insisted that church pastors and leaders should have before they have churches? I really don't know why, but I feel like the war between churches and politics is now starting. It started, but the problem is that now William Ruto manipulated people so much. There is something that Eddie Okech is saying, and I think I can support Eddie Okech on this. Eddie Okech is saying that I would like to remind the church that part of the problem we are dealing with today is their creation. They branded a section of the political class as anti-God and went to bed with the current Kenya Kwanza regime during the last election. Let this not be a cosmetic criticism simply because the Harambe money is drying up. Yani, it is attack here and there. Right now, Eddie Okech is trying to remind church leaders, that the criticism that right now you are doing against William Ruto, let it not just be because now the church the Harambe is over. Remember, during the campaign, you created that atmosphere where you are criticizing a section of politicians that they are antichrist. Of course, the Eddie Okech is trying to defend Raila Odinga. I remember back then when Raila was campaigning, some of the church leaders say that Raila Odinga is a witch, yeye ni mganga, mara yeye si muamini, yeye si mtu wa Mungu, something like that. He will not understand what churches are going through. Let them go to William Ruto, because William Ruto is a church guy, without knowing that Ruto branded himself with a lot of memory verses. William Ruto learned the criteria that he could use to convince churches to elect him. He knew very well how he knew to stalk, how he was talking very sweetly. Like, he convinced these people, and these people believed him. He made these people believe and trusted him so much that they could not even remember that there is someone called Raila Odinga. After all, Raila said that he is going to deal with the kiosk churches, and the churches that are not known, he'll do away with them. I think he called them the kiosk, and by calling them the kiosk, I think kiosks, that is one of the things I think that made Kenyans and pastors furious, and felt like Raila is not a church goer, or does not believe in church, and therefore he's going to mistreat them when he gets into power. Right now, tables have turned, and the person that they saw was right for the job is the one that right now is attacking them. After all, guys, I don't know, but one thing I think one thing we should do, we should learn how to do is it is a high time churches should, as they've started to stand firm, let them just continue speaking the truth. Let them not backtrack. Let them not feel inferior after William Ruto now is coming now to attack them. Now, the attack that William Ruto is throwing towards them, that is now a win for them. When Ruto is fighting them, they are winning. They are winning. Without responding, they are winning. So I think one of the best ways that all these issues can be solved is by churches calling themselves, sitting together as a team, and now deciding that now we want to pray for this regime. If it perishes, it perishes. If it remains, it remains. But one thing we know, that this is not a regime that we elected. This is not a regime that we supported, because that is the only solution that can solve all these problems. These churches coming together, and now they just worship. Let them come together and do what is necessary. After all, guys, that is all I have for today. Let me also know what you think in the comment section. But just a reminder, if you are new for the first time, don't forget, take a minute, click the subscribe button. You can also like, share, and drop me a comment and tell me what you think and where you're watching this video from. Until we meet again in the next video, if it is possible, I have been your host, Boniface Awino. Bye-bye.